Hi everyone, I'm Randy Arrington and welcome to the 117th episode of Page Valley Living. We're here today in Stanley at the Hawksbill Pool, used to be known as the Schuler Pool many years ago. But it's going to open up this Saturday, May 23rd at 11:30 a.m. and be open until 6. And we're going to talk about all the things it takes to get the pool ready for the season, any changes or new things to look out for this year here at the Hawksbill Pool or in the surrounding park. And we're going to go back and talk about a little bit of history and what it takes to maintain this kind of community resource. We're going to talk about all of that and more right here at the Hawksbill Pool in Stanley when we return right after this. At Luray Caverns, the Smithsonian Institution said, quote, "It is safe to say there is probably no other cave in the world more completely and profusely decorated than that of Luray. Come see Mother Nature showing off, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today." Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we're here at the Hawksbill Pool in Stanley. We're talking with Terry Pettit, Town Manager of Stanley, and Terry Beers, the Parks and Rec Director. And I want to thank both of you for taking time to talk with us today.
Thank you, Randy.
All right. Well, it's that time of year. Got my shirt on, Terry and Terry.
Yeah.
You know, it's summertime, and we're getting ready to celebrate this Saturday, May 23rd. The pool is opening at 11:30 a.m. It'll be open until 6. And, you know, you probably just started work on this a day or two ago and just got it all ready, right? That doesn't take that much time, does it?
It's been about a month.
Turn on the spigot. That's all you got to do, right?
We pulled the cover off about a month ago, and it's been one thing after another. So
cleaning and some repairs.
Cleaning, and we had a few pipes in the pump house that busted. We had to get repaired, and so it's been fun.
Yeah. I tell you, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, yeah. But we're
Good quote. I like that.
Well, Terry, we were talking earlier in the opening about it being Schuler's Pool. And I remember maybe about 3-4 years ago, we ran a little Today in History about the pool is sold. And everybody flooded the town office with calls because they thought the pool had been sold.
Yes, they did. Everybody was calling us, why did y'all sell the pool? Why did we sell the pool? We didn't sell the pool.
That goes back to when it was Schuler's pool, right?
Yes,
When did that transaction take place?
Okay, that happened in 1989. We actually bought it in 1989, and then we opened in 1992. It took several years to get the pool back. As we all know, it's a lot of history right here. You know, the creek that used to come up through here used to come as a filter system into this end of the pool and go out that end of the pool. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Back in the 1920s, and somewhere's in there, they built a dam. Mr. Schuler and his father built a dam here to provide electricity for the house there here in the corner.
Okay.
All right. So then there wasn't enough water, so he built the sides of the pool and that end to hold the water. And one day, around 1930, they came up with an idea, let's build a pool. There was no pool in Page County.
Okay.
All right. So he built the pool. You know, they bought cement in at 25 cents a bag, brought in off a railroad and everything. And then he built the building, which has a lot of historical data and material from he was an engineer in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Mr. Carol Schuler was. And he would go down Pennsylvania Avenue and they were tearing buildings down. He would buy a piece of steel for like 25 cents a foot or 32 cents a foot.
No kidding.
Yeah, so we have a piece of the White House, old White House steel in there. We have Standard Oil Company.
The White House?
The White House, yes.
I did not know that.
He bought a steel beam. It was laying out front.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Not to go to a sour note on this story, but the fact that the creek used to come right through here, is that part of the problems that you've had, over the years with diverting water and different things?
It is. When we bought the pool, we had to switch over to town water. We have town water here. And of course the creek is over where it's at, but we still have some infiltration problems. It gives us, every now and then, we think also the earthquake that happened many years ago here in Page County might have cracked some of the cement line and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, when you start and open up the pool each year, so let's say in the last decade, because you've been doing this a while, what are the biggest problems that you find with it? Because the one point I want folks out there watching to realize is everybody wants a pool. Everybody in the county talks about wanting a pool. They push the county to do it. They push Town of Luray to do it, but they don't realize what goes into it.
The biggest issues we've had is over time is leaks. and it's such a big pool, it is so hard to find. So you come in, and then we got a liner in it, so that makes it harder for the ultrasounds to go through and like when they test to listen for the leaks, they can't hear it because of the liner. So it's digging up and pinpointing and cameras to point where it.
Is
could
part of
be.
it age? I mean, just the age.
Part of it's age.
Okay.
And then we're not so sure that the earthquake didn't have a small crack in the foundation somewhere. Last year we discovered we had a few patches that were coming up, and as we were trying to repair those, we noticed groundwater coming in. So that could be, you know, something coming from the creek that.
Like owning a house, right? Something's always going to go wrong or need repair and need patching. Now, Terry, if we were to just say right now today, all right, I win the lottery, and I get $1 billion, and I say, hey, you know what, we're going to build a new pool. How much would it cost to build a brand new pool right here?
To relocate this pool and put it where it should be, in a good area, away from the creek, things like that.
Back this way?
Back this way, give me $1 million.
At least $1 million. I thought you were going to say more than that.
I'll take $1 million.
Now, you all are looking at some major renovations in the next year, 2, 3.
Exactly.
$500,000 is what we're looking at. Going to cost.
Replacing the liner and everything, we're looking at some grants, $250,000 to $300,000.
For total cost or the grant?
Total cost.
And the grants would cover how much?
Half.
50%.
50%. That's not a bad deal.
It's pretty good.
But it's just a teeny bit of work involved with getting them grants, isn't it?
It is, and you brought up a good point about pools. The pool is open for 3 months, which we make money in 3 months. But we, as Terry's told you, we don't get the pool ready in 2 days.
Right.
It's a month opening it, it's a month closing it.
Right.
So you got about 5 hours of operation that you're paying staff and operating this pool to get it closed out and open up.
And then let me ask you this. So, and you know, it's public record. I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. But a year, how much a year does it take to operate the pool? Approximately. I'm not putting you down to the dollar.
No. Looking at it each month, I mean, it probably costs $40,000-$50,000.
And how much of that? How much do you raise in like the gate fees?
So we bring in, I would say, so last year overall with total expenses and income, we made about $4,000.
Okay.
But that's the first year we've actually made.
But as long as you break even, you're probably happy.
The previous years we took a loss.
And Randy, what it does is this is a service to the community.
Right.
We're not here to make money on this. We
right.
can't. But one thing that's really helped us is TOT money.
Yes.
We keep track. Terry does a great job and her staff of keeping track of the tourists who come here. We average 30, 40 states a year of people visiting, and we get TOT money for that.
Well, and y'all also got some money from PACA that helped with the splash pad, right?
Yes.
Did that pay for it in entirety?
Not entirely. They
Most
did.
of it,
They did 21,000 of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that is great.
Which is a big hit.
I tell you, the town of Stanley in the last, I would say, decade or so has made some tremendous strides in its parks.
Right.
I mean, down at Ed Good Memorial Park, the addition of the dog park just across Little Hawksbill here,
Right.
the splash pad here at the pool, and in other improvements here at Hawksbill Park. I think the town of Stanley, I want to say right here in front of everybody, y'all are doing a great job with your parks. You are on that upward trend. The car show now every year, that was much bigger than you thought it was going to be with the Trout Day and everything you all do with homecoming. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And we're going to talk when we come back about what's opening up right behind us this Saturday, May 23rd, 11:30 a.m. Get here and be here or be square. I'll tell you what, because summer is right upon us, and with these 90-degree days, it'll feel good. I'll tell you that.
It will be.
We're going to talk more about the pool this weekend when we come back after a word from our sponsor. At Luray Caverns, from well-lighted paved walkways, explore cathedral-sized rooms with ceilings 10 stories high, and walk among huge chambers filled with towering stone columns. Come visit Geology's Hall of Fame, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at LurayCaverns.com to plan your trip today. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 117 here at the Hawksbill Pool in Stanley, or just outside of town limits, but operated by the town of Stanley. About how many swimmers do you get in that, 4 or 5 months?
So last year we had 9,376.
Whoa, that is a lot. And you said
number.
from 30 or 40 states, too.
Yes, they come from all over.
Well, of course,
And
only pool in Page County.
Exactly. And several foreign countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is truly
I think
amazing.
last year was a Sweden. We had somebody from Sweden.
And not only do you have just, hey, pay and come in and swim and get some snacks and make sure you get snacks at the snack bar, but also you guys have movie nights here, which I think is really cool.
We do one movie night. We have water aerobics, lap swims.
Wow. And there was something else also, you have pool parties as well. Tell people out there, if somebody's saying, hey, you know what? Little Timmy's birthday's coming up. We want to have a pool party. How would they do it?
Our pool parties, we go from 6:30 to 9 in the evenings, and they are booking fast, so get it now. And we did 34 last year.
Wow, 34 of those.
Yes.
And how many of the movie nights again?
We did one.
You did one. Do you know what the movie's going to be this year? Not yet?
I do, but I don't remember the name of it.
That's all right.
I want to say Zootopia 2, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
well, they'll make sure they can check the website, townofstanley.com, and they can check and see coming up when that movie night is going to be and what the movie is going to be. Terry, you know, you've been in this town a long time.
Yes, I have.
You've played a lot of different roles.
Yeah.
How important is this pool? And how much is it a symbol of recreation and bringing the community together in the town of Stanley?
Well, this is history. This is part of the town that everybody recognizes. Schuler's Pool, except for the last maybe 10 or 15 years, you say Schuler's Pool, everybody knows where you're going. Everybody knew Schuler's Pool.
Yeah.
Every kid swam in here sometime. They grew up in the Stanley, Luray, Shenandoah area.
Right.
There's a thing in the history of the Schuler's Pool that when they put the sliding board up, you know, the huge sliding board they had, it was at the bottom. There's some screws standing up, and it was pulling the trunks off of the boys when they come across. So they redesigned the sliding board without the screws on it, and it worked. And H.T. and Graves, of the Graves family, Mr. Graves, he was the highest one on the sliding board that could jump out and still land on the sliding board. And they talk about him, how he loved that sliding board, Mr. Graves did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know some of that history.
Yeah,
That
history is here. I mean, we all swim in it, you know.
When I think of Stanley, I tell you what, I think of good folks, and I think about the only pool in Page County right here, opening up this Saturday, May 23rd. How much to get in?
It's $6 for adults and $5 for children. 4 and under is free.
And no horseplay around the pool.
No.
You've got
No
good
running.
lifeguards this
Yes.
year. You had good success with getting lifeguards this year.
Yes, we had a really good turnout this year. We actually had to turn some away because we had enough apply that.
Wow.
And that's the first year for a long time that we've had that.
Now we're going to cross our fingers and hope that this weather holds off this weekend.
Yes,
and it'll
definitely.
be nice and hot and sunny. Come cool off here at the Hawksbill Pool in Stanley, opening up Saturday, May 23rd at 11:30 a.m. I want to say thanks to Terry Pettit, the town manager, and Terry Beers, director of Parks and Rec here in Stanley. I'm Randy Arrington from the Hawksbill Pool, reminding you that if you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to thank Eleanor Arrington for all of her work behind the camera and in the editing room this week. And as we end each and every episode, make sure you go down to the Page County Animal Shelter and help one of our furry friends find a forever home. From the Hawksbill Pool in Stanley, until next week, remember to enjoy that Page Valley living.